So we have a branch in behind me here that we're going to cut out, and I want to show you some techniques of how to go about doing it correct. And we might show you some techniques of how you can do it wrong as well. So I've got an example of a branch first here, and ideally what you want to do is come in underneath, as I'm showing here, get a little undercut. You don't want to go in too deep because you'll just pinch and jam. So all we're doing is cutting, even just a centimetre or so into the wood, just to break away the bark and any sort of holding sort of wood fibre on the underside. Then we do our main cut directly above that one on top. And what that will do is it will allow the branch to start to fall down. It'll close up that little gap that we cut, but it will snap off with a bit of like a hinge of wood in the middle, and the whole branch will snap off and fall down flat, and it won't get hung up in the tree, it won't tear the bark away, and it just means the branch comes down nice and in a controlled manner. So hopefully we can pick that up in some footages. Let's have a go. The branch above us is reasonable sort of height, so again the advantage of having a telescopic machine, and flip it around and we'll get into it. So we're going to get up into here. This is the branch, and like I said, if I just come in straight on the top, there's a high chance that that's just going to all just swing down, and quite often as the branch swings down it pinches and jams, and you can get the whole thing stuck up in there as well. So it's another one of those advantages of just having that thing snap down out and fall down straight out of the tree versus pivoting off and swinging down and causing problems. So we come up underneath initially, just do a little upcut. That's enough. And then directly above it on top. And we see how it snapped itself out and it fell straight to the ground. Okay, so for the remainder of this branch that we'll trim out, I'll cut straight on top without that undercut, just to sort of give you perhaps a better idea of how the branch falls out of the tree compared to that first cut we did. My poor fence. But you can see the whole thing just pivoted down rather than coming down flat. So that's the advantage of doing that little upcut first as much as you can. Another little tip, when you are cutting a branch back off closer to the tree, ideally we want to have that cut area heal or be in a situation where it's less prone to introducing rot or disease into the tree. Having it flush or even sort of tapering away so that water etc. runs off and doesn't sit and hold in the cut area is better than having it in a position where it can sit there and hold moisture for longer. Just a little tip. Okay, so now I want to work a little bit on this tree here. Just to reduce it down. You may have noticed that I'm not putting my earmuffs down. That's one of the great benefits of working with the battery versus petrol, is that they fall under the decibel rating that would require you to put the old earmuffs on. And that also means I'm more in tune with the environment that I'm working in. I can kind of hear what the tree's doing. It's creaking and groaning a little bit, and it just, I guess, helps you be even a little bit safer. So, let's get into it.